What's good, superstars? Back with another VV video. You got Superstar Joe. You got Superstar Rob in the building. How's it going, Rob?
How you mute?
You're still stronger, but
you're definitely building your strength up.
I'm able to resist it a little bit. I got a lozenge.
When will Jovid be no more?
I know. Hopefully my throat will hold up this time. I watched a video back yesterday, and it was kind of embarrassing. Anyway, if you're new here, don't forget, hit the subscribe button down below. Become a superstar. Great things are happening to superstars every single day. You're going to go for a walk. You're going to look at the forecast. You're going to say, oh, man, it's going to rain for the next 3 hours. You're going to walk outside, and the cloud is going to be 10 feet ahead of you, and you'll just be walking behind the rain because that's the things that happen when you become a superstar. You get to go on walks whenever you want. Doesn't matter what the forecast is. Also, become a superstar VIP. $2.99 a month. You hit the join button below the video. You get a nice star next to your name. You can upgrade through the common, uncommon, all the way up to the super duper rare. If you can hold for 2 years, that's crazy how long you got to hold for that one. But anyway, we have spreadsheets, which will give you probability of profiting on a drop. It also has a tab that will let you know how much you need to buy from the floor and then what you need to sell at. So it's kind of called our sweeping spreadsheet. We also post all our buys and sells. We will advertise for you. You get first dibs on merch. Guys, there's so many things now. The intros are becoming like 10 minutes because that's how much we bring to the VIP. We also do Disney mini brand giveaways, and at the end of the month, we're going to give away another star in the universe. So, shout out to the VIP. Comment your page down below. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. On Twitter, you can find our VV page. Discord is in the chat in the description below, and also our PO box if you want to send us some mail, some fan art, whatever it is. We'd love to see it.
How's the news looking today?
News, nothing crazy, but I was gonna pull up our Twitter first. Look at this one. Jorge Santos Mendez. I can't believe it. VIP Superstar Juju Fiesta Locos.
Let's
go.
Superstar
money.
He specifically went on the comments and said, guys, I don't know if you saw it yet, but I tweeted you. Make sure you go check. I'm like, no, we saw it. We retweeted it. That's loving crazy. The Juju. Congrats. He got a water element. There was less than 100 public mints for this, and he got one, and he's in the VIP. So one of the VIP got it. That's crazy. That's what happens. Reese confirmed Juju is real, and we've just witnessed it yet again.
Yep. Then we got this cool one, Life of Kai. I don't know. Maybe I talked about it yesterday. But really, really cool that the artist actually tweeted out, thank you to the fam. There's a giveaway. I said I would talk about this. So shout out to Jag Fine Art. There's a Twitter. Who wants to win the first VV fan art for free? See you Sunday, September 11th, trying to win this NFT. Only 100 available. So get ready to have it in your collection. So make sure you're following him. He'll have the giveaway details and all that. But if you haven't seen it, he did art. It's like the VVV logo.
Yeah.
And inside it, he has a bunch of different VV representations. You kind of see it in this picture. But anyway, it's going to be cool. It's going to be an NFT
really
version.
Nice. He sent it to us. It was beautiful work of art. It was a really beautiful work of art.
He also, I think, is going to give away a physical at some point.
Nice.
So
nice.
That'll be cool. Then we got the VV Twitter. There's not much happening there as well, but this is a cool picture. You can see the team. You can see David. You can see Reese, Dan. Really, really cool pictures. They're almost like that Ellen Oscars picture, if you remember that from the first ever selfie.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
And
very nice.
Let me know if you see yourself in this picture. That'd be cool.
Yep.
We got a couple new artworks. So you got Ghost Spider #2 by Peach Momoko. Cool. I think that's a popular artist.
Yeah, I mean, I think all the artists who are doing one-on-ones are considered popular. We're not familiar with their work. Maybe anyone else is. You can let us know below. But of course,
I remember hearing this name. I remember hearing this name in the comic book world, Peach Momoko. So I think that is a really sought after artist.
Catchy name.
Yeah, really, really catchy name, and the artwork's not bad. I like how like in the phone you see the Ghost Spider.
Yeah, very well done.
And that's cool. And then you got Wolverine by Adam Kubert. I'm sure he's also very popular. I just haven't heard of him.
Yeah.
And
are these all minimum 1,500? Are they all minimum 1,500? Is that like just the basic?
I would assume because the other three were, right? But
yeah, that's the going rate.
So Rob, why don't you continue? My voice is already started.
All right, no problem here. So today's video, we got a lot of comments yesterday. We asked the question based on our recap of David Yu. There was discussion about ending series. Why don't we listen in first, then we'll talk about it.
And there will be a lot of the collectible that series that we have built. I can't announce which one because I know I'm going to be in trouble.
Why not?
That will come to a finale. It will come to an end. So collectors will have a sense of closure that if I go back and buy all those, it's finished. Yeah, it's finished. We're not going to be building any more of that program coming out. And then there will be some utility values for them.
There you go, right? So if you remember from our recap, there was David that talked about this. Now, we got a lot of comments below. We wanted people to let us know what they thought. The superstars let us know below what they thought would be those end of series. Because if you think about it, there could be some value add. If you know there's going to be utility coming, if you know there's going to be an end to a series, people might rush to go complete the series. You kind of saw with the Jurassic Park drop, right? People rushed, a huge increase in value. People finished the set. If you know now what that is going to be, you can buy multiples, have one set for yourself, and then flip all the extras when the price pump comes. So we started it off, and we just started doing some brainstorming. So we'll start off with from least likely to most likely, but we start off with the Marvel Mighties here. It is possible, I think, that parts of the Marvel Mighties might get closure. So I think Marvel Mighties in general is endless. They can continuously add variations of characters of the same character. We saw it with Deadpool. This is zombie Deadpool, that normal Deadpool. You got Deadpool's truck. Like, I mean, it's really endless on what you can do. Like, you might see like an end and closure to a section of Marvel Mighties, but I don't think we would actually see a closure to the entire Marvel Mighties.
I don't think this is what he was talking about. I think Marvel Mighties, because it is VV exclusive, I don't see why this would be the one that they choose to end. It's their bread and butter. They made statues that they got to show off at Comic Cons and stuff. I don't think they're ending this.
Yeah. Then this was a popular answer. A lot of the superstars thought that Batman Black and White would be a discontinued series. Now, I actually agree with them. I think it can be a discontinued series, but I don't think we're there yet. I think we counted there's 24 or 30 of them right now. How many are there in real life, Joe? Physical world?
I think there's 100 or more at least in real life. So we got Todd is number 100, right? So there's got to be at least 100.
There you go.
Batman's in the black and white, and then we have the black, white, and red. And the other thing with this that I don't think would make it be is this is really all you got for DC. You got this. You got a couple battle statues. What else do you got? So you get rid of this, you kind of cut off DC's arm.
Yeah, I mean, they can come up with a non-black and white Batman maybe, but I agree that we're not there yet with the black and white. Therefore, it probably won't be ending anytime soon. David, you kind of implied they already know what's going to end. So you're reading between the lines, you think it's going to end probably relatively soon. So for the Batman Black and White, even though we had a lot of comments below saying that this would be a well-suited one, we agree, but maybe not yet. You still have another 70 to come or more. We don't really know the exact number.
I'm sure that there's people in the app who are familiar with the physical black and white series, and they probably have their favorite one that might not have dropped yet. So for them to end this before dropping all the ones that match the physical, I don't know if that's something that Veve will do yet. And like I said, it's one of their biggest pieces of the DC world on the app right now. So I don't see them ending it.
Moving on, we also talked about art. I think that really this is, I think, likely. We've seen them sort of do it already with the Ron English serial killer series. When in a way, they've closed that series out. They didn't really announce that per se, but they finished off with this painting, right? The Last Fat Breakfast, to kind of close the series with all the characters. I think that, Joe, you were saying there might have been one character that never showed up. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. But we think that they could very easily, signify the end of the series with a one-off piece like we saw with Ron English. And I think an artist has less content, meaning he is more likely to end his series, right? There's only so many serial killers that Ron English has had over the years. So that's an easy series to end and provide utility to. The artists are more willing to provide utility. We've learned that over the time with Veve. They're more willing to do airdrops and provide their IP for free as a benefit if you have their series. And there's also less of them, right? So Ron English only has so many of those bunnies, let's say, whatever the ones with the teeth. I don't know what the proper term is for them, but he only has so many of that stuff. So eventually the series is going to end. That's going to close, and then maybe they're going to roll out a new Ron English thing. We saw with the Labbits. Labbits aren't over yet. We know there's a lot more to come. The Murmurcornos, these will all eventually hit their caps, and then they have to move on from there.
No, so I think you're totally right. At the end of that clip is where it kind of gets iffy, is where David Yu said it's going to have some type of utility, right? So
Yeah.
the fact that they said that there's some type of utility kind of makes you lean towards maybe independent artists, because we don't know how much utility you're going to get from these bigger IP.
It's true. Yeah, they tend to be a little bit less willing, but we saw with Jurassic Park, you never know, we might see it again. Now, this is where it gets really interesting, okay? And a lot of people talked about this. Golden moments. Imagine the end of the golden moments. We all love the golden moments. I would be really sad to see this end. I think that the Fab 50 in the Disney parks, the Fab 50, there's 50 of them. We're not even close to 50 of them. We speculate that these golden moments will replicate the 50 from the Fab 50, but not necessarily. And there's been some drama and discussion about the golden moments ending previously before.
But so this is not coming from Veve though, that these are to match the Fab 50. That's the one thing. Like that's community driven speculation. It happens to be that a lot of the statues in the parks do match these statues. Could have been that it's just easy for them to do that because they already have the working copy, can use that, submit that, recreate it, right? But like Rob said, the end of the series of the golden moments, we're talking about it now, but there was talk about it before. So why don't you go through that?
This is where it gets interesting, because of the superstars that thought the golden moments would end, and we thought, okay, if it's the Fab 50, you get 50 of them, then it ends. We're still a long way out. But I remember this discussion here. I remember, this is back in February. Did Alex really say a few days ago there would be no more Disney golden moments drops? And then Alex said, what? And then I heard people saying this in spaces. That's why I'm asking. And he said, maybe after the first ones, I said I didn't think there'd be any more. So they were maybe going back to November, but obviously was wrong. This one was actually a bit of a surprise even to us. Even to you. So who is driving the car? Disney take over? Where's Trevor? And then he said, these questions are a bit dramatic, fam. Disney came to us and asked if we can get something together in time for Valentine's. So we made it happen. So this makes me think like Disney is feeding them without planning, is feeding them when they want them to drop this. Like, do they not have, they obviously don't have 50 of them lined up ready to go.
I don't know. I think maybe they've changed their plans from what was originally thought, because I think maybe that first run did so well, so Disney was happy with it.
Maybe. And it doesn't stop there. Later on in March 17th, all of a sudden after that discussion, so we had the Valentine's Day drop, then all of a sudden he showed us some gold dust. And then Thomas says, what's Disney's reasoning for dropping another golden moments at this time? Last time it was because of Valentine's Day. He said Disney duos. And then what does that even mean? You said no more. And that Valentine's was a favor asked by Disney. Tell us the truth. They demand, tell us the truth. Are we getting all the golden moments that are at Disney World? And then Reverend Alex said, nobody ever said no more GMs. I said we weren't expecting more. Then Disney asked us to do some starting with Valentine's. Starting with Valentine's. I'm sorry if you don't like them, but the good news is you don't have to buy them. And then Octavian said, right now they said that they don't want it, but when the drop comes, then people get desperate to get it. Thank you guys for these incredible FAs. And we agree. These FAs are incredible. We would be sad to see them end. But when you go through that conversation, it makes it seem like in Valentine's Day, Disney came out of nowhere, said, we want these and these and these to be golden moments. Like you said, maybe because they did so well in that first one. And maybe there's a planned end to the golden moments, considering that Alex alluded that they were not expecting more.
And if you watch that clip where David Yu's talking about the end of a series, right before that, he's talking about the Marvel Reds. It's like when you see a Marvel Red, you see a collectible that is entirely one color. We saw it with Doc Ock, right? So he's completely red. So when you think of that, where does your mind go? Where is David Yu's mind going in the back end? Because nobody asked him, is a series ending? He brought this up himself. So they're talking about Marvel Red, and then he's like, well, then we're going to get another series that just ends. So he's thinking Marvel Red. He must be thinking like, oh yeah, and all the gold ones, they're going to be done, and we're going to start doing this red thing. That's where we're getting it in our head. So I'm thinking golden moments is probably the thing. We have D23 coming up as well. So do we see a bunch more dropped D23 and then maybe another set in November or something like they did last year. And then maybe that's the end, and maybe we get all 50. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe we don't get 50, and maybe they end it. And I think at the end of the golden moments, whenever they announce that series is done, I think that's when the value will really hit, because then they'll start coming out with colored versions and stuff, and the gold will always be the first kind of thing. So I don't know. Maybe that'll bring some more value to them by ending the series.
But no one ever said there was going to guaranteed be 50. And then what's going to be the utility? What is this utility that Disney, a major IP, can provide? Yeah. Is it going to be a simple airdrop? Or is it going to be something more related to Disney parks?
That would be cool. Like if you can go to the park with your collectible, place it somewhere, and then it like activates some music or something. Even if that's the utility, that's sick.
And yeah, and just this, what a conversation! Like just the things that were said here was just incredible. How Veve was surprised after the first run of Golden Moments. They were surprised that there was more, and it had to be that they just did so well that Disney wanted to do more. And then in the second tweet, he said one of them, right? He said, I didn't say no more Golden Moments. I said we weren't expecting more. Then Disney asked us to do some, starting with Valentine's. So the last one we received probably isn't the end, I don't think, because they haven't announced anything. Maybe there's going to be one more, maybe there's going to be two more. But as of right now, based on this whole conversation, I think it is definitely an option that we might see the end of the Golden Moments, which will be a sad, sad day.
Yeah, and I'm curious to see what they ended with and how they do it. But I'm like very, very high on this being what he was talking about, just because of how he talked about it right after the Marvel Red. And like you think of it, you think all one color. You're thinking in the background like Disney Golden Moment. I think. Yeah. Let us know what you think in the comments. Are we on the right track here? I'm sure Alex G is going to say 5 seconds after he posts his video that's not right. But
yeah, he loves to kill the videos. Because remember, guys, we're just completely speculating. Don't go just start buying Golden Moments. Although they're great things to own either way. If you buy a Golden Moment, don't be sad. But, we're just completely speculating. Let us know your thoughts below. Do you agree that that the Golden Moments might be the best candidate for being the end of series with utility? Or do you think it's something else that we haven't thought of? Do you think it's art? We talked about how an art would be a natural one to pick because the artists have a little bit less content that they could do, because Disney Golden Moments, I mean, you have so many golden characters that you could put out. It's literally hundreds of characters that Disney has, whereas the artists might only have a run of maybe 50 and that's it. They're done for sure because they've only had 50 for the longest time. Let us know what you guys think below. Batman Black and White, don't forget that. Do you think that might be the one? Let us know your thoughts. And Joe, show us what you got for us.
So, oh my gosh, we're adding another one. We got triples. Another beast.
Another beast. The beast is a common, eh? It's a common.
It's a common, exactly.
It's a common.
It's a cool one, though. It's like textured and stuff. It's really cool.
Yeah. So, if you haven't already, don't forget, become a superstar. Smash the subscribe button. Join the Superstar fam. Hit the bell button, too, because you never know at any given point in the day. We usually post late, but it may not be a late post. Out of nowhere, you might get a CEO coming on the channel and having a discussion with the superstars. So make sure you hit the bell button. So even if it's at a different time of the day you're not used to, you're gonna get the notification. You're gonna want to watch that.
Bob Sales and Bobby Green are gonna be hitting that bell notification.
We'll see who gets that one first this time. Yeah. We'll see who gets that one first. So let us know below what you guys think about today's video. We respond to every single comment. Whether you agree with us or not, we don't care. We want to hear from you. We will respond to your comment. And now you can also become a Superstar VIP, $2.99 a month. Get the cool star beside your name. Now you can get entered into a giveaway to maybe get a star in the universe named after you. A lot of people really like that giveaway, so maybe you'll be next. We'll spin that wheel. Hopefully we have the best juju on that day. You can use our spreadsheets, the sweeping spreadsheet. You can use the drop spreadsheet, probability spreadsheet. We advertise for you, first dibs on merch. And of course our buys and sells. We want to continue bringing as much utility as possible to the VIP, and we thank all of our supporters. Thank you guys all so much. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.
Love you.
Bye-bye.